My 7-year-old came home from school and told me his teacher taught him how to make lightning. 2 hours later, he was in the emergency room with third-degree burns on his arm. Mikey walked into the kitchen after school, bouncing with excitement. Mom, guess what? Miss Tucker taught us how to make lightning today. I was making him a sandwich and just said that's nice, thinking maybe they learned about thunderstorms, but he shook his head. No, Mom, real lightning. I didn't think much about it. Then I left him alone to eat and heard a blood-curdling scream from the kitchen. I dropped everything and ran. Mikey was sitting on the ground holding his arm. His entire arm was black and smoking. He was crying so hard he could barely speak. The lightning struck me, Mom. It hurt so bad. I could smell something burning. When I looked at the microwave, the door was hanging open and there was a fork inside. Mikey, you put a fork in the microwave. Through his sobs, he nodded. Miss Tucker said that's how you make lightning. She said to put silverware in and watch the sparks. The fire detector started blaring. I grabbed ice, wrapped his arm, and practically carried him to the car because it was getting worse by the second. The emergency room was packed. They just gave him an ice pack and told him to sit down. But look at his arm. It's turning purple. His pain is 10 out of 10, and they're making him wait. People around us were staring. Some were even trying to get the nurses to take us because they could see how bad it was. I sat there thinking about that teacher, about how badly I wanted to scream at her. She told my 7-year-old to put a fork in the microwave. Finally, they called us back. The nurse's eyes went wide when she saw the burn pattern. Is this a microwave injury? I nodded and explained everything. The doctor came in and looked at me like I'd lost my mind. She told him to put metal in a microwave? A teacher said this? Did she tell more kids? Mikey said yeah. Miss Tucker told the whole class that the microwave makes the metal dance and create lightning. She said we could try it at home to see real electricity. The doctor stopped what he was doing. You need to contact the school right now. Actually, I'm going to call the police. If Mikey did this, then dozens of other kids probably thought the same thing. I called from the parking lot. Is Miss Tucker still there? I asked the receptionist, keeping my voice level. Yeah, I think so. I marched through those school doors like I was going to war. When I found her classroom, I couldn't hold back. Hey, I shouted from the doorway. You told my kid to put forks in the microwave. He's in the emergency room right now with burns all over his arm. She looked up and went from startled to defensive in 2 seconds. Excuse me, who are you, lady? I stormed closer. Listen here. My son was just at the hospital because you told his class that putting metal in the microwave makes lightning. She actually rolled her eyes at me. I was teaching them about electricity and conductors. If your son actually did that, I think it's your fault for not watching over him. I was about to completely lose it when we heard shouting from down the hall. Miss Tucker, Miss Tucker. The vice principal came running into the classroom looking stressed out of his mind. What did you do? I just got a call from David's mom. David and his sister are in a coma. They put their entire drawer of silverware in the microwave because you told them to. Miss Tucker gasped. Oh my god, no. They weren't supposed to. And then she said it. I didn't think they'd take it seriously. It was just to make the lesson more interesting. The vice principal looked like he might strangle her. You told multiple classes this? How many children did you tell to put metal in microwaves? She started backing toward the door, grabbing her purse. I need to go. I can't. I have to leave. Before she could move, 2 police officers appeared in the doorway. That's far enough, lady. We need you to come with us. We've had 7 reports of children injured trying to make lightning at home. As they cuffed her, she kept saying, it was just a teaching method. I was trying to make them pay attention for once. Those kids woke up from their coma, and she's never teaching again.